Salawam Akim. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Sai, Bahashem, Ha Rakar Kadas. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule well and taught me this truth, and peace and salutations to you, Akim, across the four corners of the globe, preaching this gospel in truth and sincerity. All right, let's talk about this unemployment number. All right, 33.3 unemployment rate, man. And I'm just gonna read some of these topics. It said coronavirus pandemic sends U.S. jobless rates to 14.7%. U.S. unemployment rises to 33.3 million since pandemic began. U.S. unemployment claims soar to 33 million among pandemic. Okay, so this pandemic is really tearing this economy apart, man. It's definitely bringing down this economy. Coronavirus, this is from the BBC News. Coronavirus U.S. unemployment claims hit 33.3 million amid virus. All right, and that's significant. That's significant. That is a big number, man. All right, a further 3.2 million Americans sought unemployment benefits last week as the economy toll from the coronavirus pandemic continued to mount. All right, so 3.2 million filed last week, totaling up to 33.3 million. All right, the new applications brought the total number of jobless claims since mid-March to 33.3 million. Are about 20% of the U.S. workforce. So, man, this is devastating to this economy, all right? And this is letting you know that, hey, there ain't going to be no work in Egypt. And as you see these jobs dissipate and disappear, you're going to see more uproars of the people, all right? The number of new claims reported each week by the Department of Labor has subsided since hitting a peak of 6.9 million in March, but they remain extraordinarily high. See, the numbers are astronomical. They're so high that these are unprecedented numbers. They never seen these type of numbers in their life. And the number of people collecting benefits has continued to rise despite recent move to start reopening in some parts of the country. The significant rise in continuing claims is a little disappointing since it suggests few people are being recalled to work. Yeah, because these small businesses, hey, they got messed up with that PPE loan. All right, they didn't get the money. The major companies got the small business loans. All right, leaving the small business loan people companies devastated because they don't have no way to pay their rent. They don't have no way to pay for supplies or pay for their employees to work. Said Paul Austinworth, chief U.S. economist of Capital Economics. More than 33 million people in the U.S. have filed for unemployment benefits in the last 6 weeks, man. So this is short. This is a short span of time. Companies such as Uber, Lyft, Airbnb are amongst the firms that have announced cuts in recent weeks as shutdowns halted significantly among amounts of travel. See, people not traveling right now because everybody quarantined. So all of these major companies and these small businesses are suffering. And all of these like contract businesses like Uber and Lyft, for these individual contractors, they suffering. So people not making money at all ends of the aspect. And most of the country is closed for the service aspect. All right, the services like restaurants, the movies, bars, all of the sports and dine-ins and dine-outs, all of that is service. Okay, and it's closed right now. All right, let's get to some of these scriptures. Isaiah 19 and 14, the Lord had mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof. as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. All right, and guess what? This place is filled with abominations. Okay, all right, men being with men, women being with women. All right, little kids ruling over the household, being undisciplined. All right, women being independent. All right, all of that is converse, is perverse. All right, against the doctrine, against the law, statutes, and commandments. All right, so Egypt is erring in every way. That's why they can't get nothing right, and they're in disagreement on all sides. 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail, branch or rust may do. See, so ain't no gonna be no work for you independent contractors. All right, for you CEOs, you presidents. All right, got down to the regular employee. Okay, ain't gonna be no work for none of these companies, and this is spiritually according to Revelations 11:8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, which also our Lord was crucified. So these dead bodies are you Israelites who don't have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures. All right, and you're spiritually dead. You walking around here, you're alive, but you're dead. Okay, because you don't have life. You don't have this living water. Okay, according to Matthew 4:4. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh's side. So this is the bread, the water that we're supposed to be partaking in on a daily basis, so that we will have a covering when all hell breaks out. Okay, verse 16. And that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, Yahweh. All right, which he shaketh over it. That's why he's having all kind of mischief happen to this place. Okay, you got pestilence with this fake ass hoax coronavirus. All right, which will be more pestilence to come. And then you got the economy failing, the stock market failing, all of the aspects of the economy are failing. Okay, everybody's in debt up to their neck. All right, all these student loans, people are defaulting on their loans. All of these people are going and for closing on their property. They're telling their landlords that they're not gonna pay rent on these commercial buildings. All right, that's gonna be devastating for this economy. So the Lord is doing a good work right here, man. He getting busy. Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no power with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound, I heal, and I healed. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. See? So nobody's going to escape the devastation of this economy failing, the devastation of all of these people dying from famine, because of all of the plagues that happened in ancient Egypt is happening now to this Egypt. All right? And that was also written. Let's see. 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 12. And it reads, well, let's back up. 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter, right? Because they're in these whorehouses, right, being led by false prophets, all right, to do what the Lord doesn't want them to do, all right, to go against the scriptures. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, right? Because he's gonna save his elect from all of this hell that's about to come on this earth. Meaning, when these ICBM missiles get shot off, we're gonna be saved by the damn tip of our neck, man. We're gonna be barely scared, scarcely saved. All right, we're gonna be fearing and seeing those intercontinental ballistic missiles go up too, and right before everything hits, we're gonna get snatched up into those chariots. All right, Lord willing, I'm one of the elect. So, verse 11, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before. See, these are the same plagues that happened in Egypt. Now they happen again in Babylon. This new Egypt, all right, spiritual Egypt, all right, Babylon the Great, America, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment that Yahweh Basim Yahweh shall bring upon it. See, that's what's happening right now. This place is being plagued and being punished. Okay, economically, all right. Uh, uh, morally is done. Okay, financially is done. All right. Your religion system is over with. All right, all sectors of this Edomite kingdom is over with. All right, it's collapsing. The everything bubble. Verse 13, they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. All right, so these people, the farmers are not harvesting, so there's going to be a famine in the land, and also you people are out of work. 33.3 million people don't have a job. All right, so it's a famine in the workplace because there's no jobs to go around. All right, and all of this was predicted, and this is what we're supposed to bring out according to Habakkuk 2:5. All right, verse 4. Okay, that was good right there. Let's see. And as you can see, the stock market is being propped up. All right, because if you got 33 million people out of a job, then you definitely shouldn't have stocks going up. All right, so everything's being manipulated. Zephaniah 1:10. And it shall come to pass in that day, said the Lord, that there shall be a noise of a cry from the fifth gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. In 1993, the stock market crashed, and there was an economic downfall and a Great Depression. In 2020, there's an economic crash that's happening, and the stock market is also crashing. Despite what you see it going up and coming down. That's a sign that it's crashing. All right, is too much of viability. It's going up and down, and it's losing 2,000 points one day, up 2,000 points. Yeah, while everybody's out of work. Come on, that's not realistic. All right, so a cry from the fifth gate is all you stock market and you stockbrokers and investors and people that deals with this money system. Y'all gonna be hollering on down to the lower workers, the people that's not getting money. Y'all gonna be hollering because y'all 401k gonna be ate up in this. People are gonna lose millions and millions of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. Verse 11: How ye inhabitants of Magtes. That was an ancient trade place in the ancient city. For all the merchants, people are cut off. For all the merchant people are cut down. All they that bear silver are cut off. See, all of these people that are dealing with this fiat money system are going to be cut off. Meaning you're going to be your money system is going to be worth nothing, right? And since they're doing all of the stimulus printing, guess what? The stimulus, the national debt then jumped up a whole $2 trillion. I think it jumped up $4 trillion. All right, so this economy is in trouble and is on its way out.
coronavirus on the world's biggest economy has been immense. Latest job figures out of the US show another 3.2 million Americans have filed for unemployment benefit this week. So this means that 33 million people, that's 1 in 5 workers in America, have lost their jobs since the lockdown brought the US economy to a standstill 7 weeks ago. It's a massive turn in events. 2 months ago, America was boasting an unemployment rate of only 3.5%, its lowest in 30 years. Economists fear that that figure could reach 15% or even higher. The question has turned to this. Top US economist Mohamed El-Erian tweets, how quickly do the unemployed get jobs? How many drop out of the labor force? What happens to hourly earnings? Well, let's touch upon some of that with Cassie Kay, who joins us live from Washington. And Cassie, the fact that despite these recent reopenings that we're seeing across the United States, the number of people collecting benefits continue to rise. So it feels like people are just simply not returning back to the workforce.
Yeah, tomorrow we're going to get the unemployment figures for the month of April, and the speculation, as you suggest, is it's going to be up at 14-15%. That's similar to the Great Depression of the 1920s, Kasham. It's a huge blow to the American economy. And what's happening is, you're right, states are opening around the country. About half of American states are now starting to reopen businesses, but all of the indications so far from states that opened a couple of weeks ago is that consumers aren't going back to businesses. So the governments in those states are saying, we think it's safe for you to start opening, with all of the restrictions, of course, but consumers are saying, we don't feel safe. We don't feel safe going to restaurants or hairdressers or nail salons. And so people aren't starting to generate income, and therefore people aren't being employed again. What's interesting is that a poll has come out in the last couple of days suggesting that most American workers who have been laid off do feel that they have a strong chance of being rehired once the country is fully open again. That gets to this idea of, is this a V-shaped recovery? Was there a precipitous drop and then a precipitous climb back up again in the economy? That's what the White House is hoping for. Quite a lot of public health experts and other economists and business leaders that I've been speaking to are a bit more skeptical about that.
Cassie, stay right there, because I also want to touch upon another development coming from the United States. New research has linked infections in New York City.
Right, so you see, man, this place is over with, man. Ain't no coming back. Even if they did try to open this system back up, guess what? People are not going to be able to survive, and people are so fearful to go out to where now they're going to be, cautious, more cautious. And you got to deal with all of the different changes you got to make. For instance, people can't be 6 feet near each other, so you're going to have half of your capacity that you used to. You might have a full house, now you got to do half of that, or maybe less than half. All right, so this shit is all being torn apart. Isaiah 24:7, the new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. See, all of these people are a sign, because guess what? They're the stuff that they believe in. See, these people put their trust in mammon. All right, that's why now that the mammon is failing, their life is falling apart. So you're gonna see a higher increase in murder and murder-suicide. All right, verse 8, the mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice ended, the joy of the harp ceaseth. See, because everything is stopped. Everything has come to a halt. There's no more jobs. There's no more partying. There's no more clubbing. There's no more none of that. 9, they shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. See, so you ain't gonna be clubbing and going out and getting wine and hollering at women, and then when you do get fucked up, it ain't even gonna be right. It ain't gonna feel the same. Verse 10, the city of confusion is broken down. This is confusing. Babylon is very confused. That's why you got women wanting to be men, and masculinity. I can't even deal with a woman, because a lot of these women are so masculine. It's abominable. All right, the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is set up. Why? Because these people are quarantined. All right, and pretty soon these people are going to be fighting for food and water and trying to protect their property from other people breaking in their houses and spoiling them from booty. that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. See? So all of this stuff is about to be come to an abrupt halt because this system is crashing quickly, man. 6 weeks, 33 million people out of a job, 0.3 million people out of a job. That's beautiful. All right, that's a sign that this kingdom is over with. Ecclesiastes 12:3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be set in the streets. When the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Also, you see what this says? All the daughters of music shall be brought low, and when it says the doors shall be set in the streets, that means all of these businesses are going to be closed. All right, the grinding. Jake is always saying I'm on my grind because he's working. All right, if the grinding is low, that means lack of work, no working. And when he rises up, he's not going to have to worry about his alarm clock. Why? Because he doesn't have nowhere to go. He doesn't have no job to tend to. And all the daughters of music shall be brought low, meaning this music is over with. All right, all of it is demonic and full of demons and bullshit and teaching you, brainwashing you to do things contrary to the laws of the scriptures, which give us success and make us prosper. Joshua 1:8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. So with that, I hope this was edifying to the hopeful elect. I like to say all praise goes to Yahweh, Ba'asim, Yahweh Sai, Ba'asim, Ha, Rakar, Kadas. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule well and taught me this truth. And peace and salutation to you sincere Akim across the four corners of the globe preaching this gospel in truth and sincerity. Salawam.